This conference will now be recorded.
All right, good evening and welcome to the Alpena City Council meeting of September 19th, 2022. Call the order, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Johnson is excused. Councilmember Mitchell?
Here.
Councilmember Nowak is also excused. Councilmember Walczak?
Here.
And Mayor Walagora.
Here. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda for tonight.
I move that we approve the agenda as printed.
Second.
Councilmember Mitchell?
Yes.
Councilmember Walczak?
Yes.
And Mayor Walagora.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Any proposed modifications to the agenda?
No.
Approval of the minutes for regular and closed sessions of September 6, 2022. Any issues, changes? Okay. Citizens appearing before council on agenda and non-agenda items are allowed 5 minutes each to address your concerns. This is the only time during tonight's meeting that you're allowed to address council. If you'd like to do so, please come to the podium and state your name and address for our clerk's records.
Good evening, everyone. Cynthia Mishinsky. I'm at 921st Avenue, and I've had, sorry, I ran up the stairs. But the pleasure of getting to know each of you as your county prosecutor. But I wanted to come and kind of say hello as your,
Deep breath.
yeah, thank you. The stairs, I was late, and then the stairs. But as your candidate for probate judge for Alpena County as well. So I plan to stick around for a little bit after the meeting to talk to anybody who may want to do that. But thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Cynthia.
My name is Steve Hunter. I live at 216 West Lincoln Street. Yeah, I'm here to address the proposed DDA expansion that I am not at all in favor of. And I looked at your boundary from 5th Avenue, your present boundary to 9th, and in the area from the commercial block that Chisholm is, the block that runs down Chisholm Street. From my side of that block to the river, there's only 3 people that are going to be singled out and taxed. Me, R.S. Scott, and Clems. Everybody else is either non-taxable or been pushed out. So I don't understand that. And this is of absolutely no benefit to me. I've talked to people from the DDA and they're telling me it's going to improve my foot traffic, which not many people walk to get their car fixed. So I don't understand that. And then I was told that no decisions were made and this was still all up in the air. And going down Chisholm Street, I noticed that the downtown Alpena signs are up, or the banners are up all the way to the bridge, all the way down Chisholm Street to the bridge. I called the DDA and asked about this, and I was told it was a mistake. And I asked about the first mailing that we got, which was sent to my neighbors and to me. And that was explained to me that that was also a mistake, that when it was sent to residences also, somebody seems to be making a lot of mistakes. And I am under the impression that minds have already been made up, that this is a done deal because everything seems to be going that way. And I don't quite understand it. I think the mailings were sent out at first, and I was told that that the city council had approved a letter to be sent out, and that the letter that we got was different than the one that you've approved. And that at the meeting that I was not here, somebody was upset about it. Somebody that was on the council was upset that the letter that was sent out that was approved, or the letter that was approved and the letter that was sent out were 2 different things. So I would really like some clarification on that. And like I said, I don't think anybody thought we'd be paying attention enough that I thought somebody thought they were going to pull a fast one and slide this in, because me being a member of the DDA has absolutely no benefit to me. None whatsoever. And I don't know what gives anyone the right to take my rights away. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Steve, I never get into a debate during a council meeting, but I'll just clarify because I'm just not going to see you again for a while. The letters that were sent out weren't approved by city council, that we didn't read them, vote on them, say, yeah, that's great, send those letters out. Letters went out, DDA meets their specific board of their own. They met, they got the ball rolling. They sent the letter out. And then there was a very significant opposition to the residences on River Street. And so they took that information back to their table, not our table, and revised their expansion project to eliminate as many of the residences as they could. And then sent out another letter to say, you're not in it anymore,
Mm-hmm.
to those individuals. But I can say that your voice is just as valuable as theirs was. So I appreciate the fact that you came. But it's got several more hurdles, if you will, to go through before it even gets to this table.
Well,
I just wanted to
all right.
clarify the letter thing.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Steve. What was the third? Tell me again what the third business was. It was yours, R.S. Scott and Clem's. Okay. All right. Thanks, Steve. Angie?
Angie Skiba, 635 River. Danny, I'll address you, what he's referring to. We had a discussion at that meeting, you and I, my neighbor, Jackie, were speaking and she was upset and you spoke up and corrected, what's her name from the DD? I can't even think of it. And you jumped in, both of you were in on the discussion with us, and you said the letter that you were shown had no dollar amounts on the back page, front and back, had the paperwork and there was no dollar amount. That's what was discussed, shown to you. And then we got a dollar amount that was on the back. And the discussion went into the fact that, yes, you did lie. You had zeros. There was nothing on there. And Jackie and I both said, yes, that is what I heard. So that was part of that discussion. You corrected them and said, don't do this again. Don't bring this to us and then change it to what you're sending to people.
All I know is if I could, Mr. Mayor,
Please.
all I know is that what was presented to me, at least over the email at the time, was like a generic type. This is what it's going to look like. There was no numbers plugged in. So that was the reason I saw no dollar amounts into the thing. So when I saw that later letter with the dollar amounts in it, that was, to me, kind of a surprise, but that's.
If I made those dollar amounts are specific to your properties. So when you saw a draft letter, it was a basic letter that did not have those dollar amounts because when it got sent out to each property owner, the amount was specific to your property.
I understand. I agree with exactly what you said. That's what the discussion where it came from, but it was not being truthful with the council without saying it will have a dollar amount in there for each specific person. You were leaving a huge part out. So that was the problem.
Okay. Thank you, Angie. Anyone else live tonight? Anyone virtual? Okay. All right. No public hearing. Next, we have the consent agenda. Bills to be allowed in the amount of $221,769.17. Approval of a noise ordinance variance request for October 8th, 2022 from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. at Joe's Bar located at 1300 Ford Avenue.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second?
Councilmember Walchuk,
Yes.
Mayor Walagora,
Aye.
and Councilmember Mitchell.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Got two proclamations this evening. The first one is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Whereas October 2022 is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and whereas the National Breast Cancer Awareness Month is a platform for educating women about the importance of early detection of breast cancer through mammography and other methods, and whereas an established 287,850 new cases of breast cancer will be diagnosed in American women during 2022, and about 43,250 women will die this year from the disease. And whereas detection of breast cancer at an early stage greatly improves the chances for successful treatment and survival. Whereas the Zonta Club of Alpena remains dedicated to educating and empowering women to take charge of their own breast health and have organized the 16th annual Zonta Walks for Women 5K Run Walk for Saturday, October 1st, 2022. Now, therefore, I, Matthew J. Walagora, by the virtue of authority vested in me as the mayor of the city of Alpena, do hereby proclaim October 2022 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Alpena. Encourage all area citizens to take part and be aware of this occasion in our community. Several guests from Zonta. Let me hold that. I think I'm coming to the thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
you wanted to just bring that, then I don't have to look for it.
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, and the next is for Thunder Bay Folk Festival Week. Whereas the nonprofit Thunder Bay Folk Society was started in 2013 for the purpose of fostering traditional music and arts in Northeast Michigan, and whereas this will be the 8th annual Thunder Bay Folk Festival, and whereas successful fundraisers, festivals, workshops, parade floats, and community performances have been held to promote awareness and support of traditional music and arts, and the upcoming folk festival at the Alpena Antique Tractor Show grounds, and whereas this year's festival will be held September 23rd and 24th. And now, therefore, I, Matthew J. Walagora, by the virtue of authority vested in me as the mayor of the city of Alpena, do hereby proclaim September 23rd and 24th, 2022 as Thunder Bay Folk Festival Week in Alpena, and urge all citizens to recognize and support the efforts of the Thunder Bay Folk Society. And we have a guest here as well.
Supposedly it's supposed to be like 8 people coming.
Oh.
I hope they're not over at the county building thinking, where's everything?
Yeah. They'll show up here at 7.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of years since we met that late. You get it.
You want me in there?
Thank you.
I have a gift for all you guys.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, perfect.
Little
Thank you very much.
reminders.
Thank you.
And this year, it looks like our weather's going to be nice.
I know, right?
Thank you very much.
We've had years where it was. Winter clothes were not warm enough.
Oh,
Looks like
All right, now we've gone all the way down to new business. We have a bid recommendation for the marine store heating replacement, and Shannon Smolinski, Master.
On September 13th, the city of Alpena received an open bids for the 2022 marine store heating replacement. The existing system just doesn't work well and it's low efficiency. This winter when we were trying to do some minor repairs to the inside of the store, paint it and stuff like that, we actually had to burn some propane heaters in there to get us warm enough to even paint. So we need to do something with the heat in there since we now have a year-round renter in there. We sent the bid solicitation out to 9 different heating contractors, sent it to the plan rooms and put it on the city website. Had quite a few walkthroughs and received 3 different proposals, as you see in the memo. The varied wide ranges in the prices have a lot to do with the fact that the contractors all had a different approach as to how to fix the system and get us back up and running well enough that we could keep things warm enough inside the building. 2 of these proposals were pretty close. Weinkauf's alternate and Control Solutions base bid and alternate were fairly close. It's replacing the heat system, adding ductwork into the drop ceiling in there, And additionally, one of the options I'd like to look at is putting a cooling coil into the system. The biggest reason for doing this is that if we decide to hold off and do it later, I have to change all the ductwork. So if we do it now, then the ductwork doesn't need to be changed. It's the right ductwork in place as we go. The existing tenant has mentioned multiple times this summer, it'd be really nice to have air conditioning. So it's something we can look at in the future for him. If he continues to stay on. Sorting through the bids, doing everything there. One of the things that stuck out with Control Solutions is that they also included 3 years of maintenance and repairs to it. They'd put the system in for the next 3 years. I don't even need to look at it. They'll come in, take care of the filters, take care of everything for us. So it's my recommendation that we award the 2022 Marine Store heating and replacement to Control Solutions for the proposed amount of $12,985, which would include the air conditioning alternate, but not the controls alternate at this time.
I don't have any questions, guys.
No.
Shannon?
I move that we go with Control Solutions, Alpena, as per your suggestion.
Or
Mayor Walagora,
Aye.
Councilmember Mitchell,
yes.
and Councilmember Walchuk.
Yes.
Motion carried.
I move we adjourn to closed session to discuss labor union negotiations.
Second.
Councilmember Mitchell,
Yes.
Councilmember Walchuk.
Yes.
And Mayor Walagora.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. I move we approve the.
Okay, I moved that we approve the agreement between the city of Alpena and local number 623 of the International Association of Firefighters from July 1st, 2022 to June 30th, 2025.
Support.
Councilmember Walchuk,
Yes.
Mayor Walagora,
Aye.
and Councilmember Mitchell.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Second one, I move that we approve the 3-year agreement between the city of Alpena and the AFL-CIO Local 211 from July 1st, 2022 to June 30th of 2025.
Second.
Mayor Walagora, Councilmember Mitchell,
Yes.
and Councilmember Walchuk.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Third. Say that.